Hello and welcome to this week's newsletter. This week I'm fresh back from having a weekend off. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Actually played golf on a Saturday, which is the second time in 2 months. Unheard of. I went to play a barn and broom with a few mates and that was good fun. Although very, very wet and muddy. We think it's muddy here with all the worm casts. You wait till you go play barn and broom, the valley course. Very, very wet. But that was enjoyable. Nice to have a weekend off. But here we are. I'm back, refreshed and raring to go. Not much has been going on this week. It's been quite a quiet week. You can tell it's November now. Not much happening around the golf club, although we've had a few competitions, couple of competitions, so we'll start with those. We'll start with the ladies divisional Stapleford, played last Wednesday the 10th of November, where Pauline Phillips won Division 1 with 32 points, Sheena Emmerich won Division 2 with 32 points, and Division 3 Sheila Sterry won with 32 points. 32 points, a very common score, obviously. Again, conditions are quite tricky out there. It's quite muddy, golf ball's not going far, so any scores around handicap are very good. Okay, then Sunday we had the Armistice Trophy, which was a fantastic fundraising event organised by Stuart Pearce. Well done, Stewie. I think you raised over £750 for the Royal British Legion, so that is superb going, that. And the winner in the golf, it was a Stapleford 18-hole shotgun start, and the winner with a fine 43 points, beating Damien Fox on countback, was AD Price. Well done, AD Price. You won a nice big trophy, 43 points. Great golf, that. As I said, Damien came second, also with 43 points, lost on countback. And DW Marshall, Dave Marshall, came third with 40 points. Very well done to you three, and well done to everybody played. Like I said, raising over £750 for the Royal British Legion was a superb effort. Well done, all. Well done, Stewie, for organising, and John for organising as well. Right, on to tour news, and we'll start with the LPGA Tour. Did you see that Sunday evening? I watched a little bit of it after the Grand Prix, and it was superb. It had like the top 4 players in the world. I'm not sure if they're top 4 in rankings, because Siwoo Kim wasn't up there, but 4 of the top players in the world all had a 4-hole playoff. Oh, sorry, 4 of them you in a playoff. Nelly Corder ended up winning. She was in a playoff with Siwoo Kim, Lexi Thompson and Lydia Ko, all finishing on 17 under. It was a dramatic event with those 4 all finishing on 17 under. Nelly Corder had a 3-shot lead, I think, but then she triple bogeyed the 17th, and then so it was then in Lexi Thompson's hands, and she bogeyed the 18th, and then in the playoff hole, Nelly Corder, the world #1, holed a birdie putt to win it. So well done, Nelly Corder. That was good to see. Good fun, exciting golf, that. On the European Tour, Jochen B. Hansen from Denmark won. He beat Francesco Laporta and Bert Wiesberger over in Dubai there on the Earth course, is it? No, the Fire course. They're on the Earth course this week at the Jumeirah Estate in Dubai for the DP World Championship. So the race to Dubai all culminates next week and in Dubai on the Earth course there, the Jumeirah starts, so that would be great to see. All the top names are playing, although a few are missing. John Rahm, interestingly, is not coming over. I think Colin Morikawa is leading the standings. He's got temporary European Tour status because he's played enough qualifying events over here, so he's actually playing along with a few other players as well. Most of the top players will be there, so that'll be good to watch. In America, Jason Kokrak won. He won over in, was it Texas, I think he won? He stormed through on the last day. I think he birdied like 5 out of the last 8 holes to win over on the American Tour for the 3rd time. Big lad, huge lad. He's like 6'6" tall. I thought I'm built like a, yeah, you know what, but he's a very big lad. But he won again for the 3rd time, and you're another young American coming through. There's lots of them, isn't there? In shop news, still pretty busy with people buying Christmas vouchers, lesson vouchers, shop vouchers for Christmas presents, so that's still pretty busy. Also keeping us busy are the coffee and the teas. We can now serve those again as we did pre-pandemic, but not when the halfway hut is open. So coffees, teas and hot chocolates, good to be doing a few of those again, either halfway around or before you go and play. But other than that, it's just, yeah, busy, busy, busy. Just keep remembering what I said, you know, that if we do want to get something ordered in, we want to get it in ASAP because of the way of the world and the shipping, etc. at the moment, and stock issues. Okay, so if you want anything, just let me know ASAP. Okay, so this week's strategy is on the 6th hole. here at Galston Golf Club. Beautiful afternoon, beautiful hole, the 6th hole, especially the 6th tee, where you can hear the waves lapping in down there on the beach. It's a beautiful hole, but strategically it's very, very difficult a hole as well. I mean, it's 450 yards long off the white tees. The tee shot really doesn't cause any issues, although for the bigger hitters, those cross bunkers down there are at 275 yards from the white tees. So for me, I do have to think about laying up short of those with my 3-wood, because if I hit my driver at 270, there's every chance that their driver might go into those cross bunkers. So I'm trying to avoid those cross bunkers at all cost. Yes, I could sometimes thread it between the middle, but to try and get a driver between a 20-yard gap between the bunkers would be very difficult. So quite often I will hit 3-wood off here, or even in the summer I might even hit 2-iron or 4-iron off here to make sure I stay short of those cross bunkers. Very rarely would I try and go over them, because a 280 carry is absolutely huge. Even if it's downwind, I would struggle to do that, although sometimes I might do it for a bit of fun. But yeah, generally down here off the tee, for the bigger hitters, you've just got to make sure that you leave it short of those cross bunkers down there at 270, 280 off the tee. Remember, there is a little bit of a roll out, there's a bit downhill as well, so it always rolls a bit further than you think as well, so you have to be careful of that. So for me, 3-wood off here is absolutely perfect 9 times out of 10. Now let's wander down to the fairway and let's see what strategic shots we've got to play from down there. So here I am on the 6th fairway. I've hit a tee shot down here at 230, so it leaves me 220 yards to go for the green, which for me isn't really an issue, okay? But for most of you, to try and get it 220, 230 yards from a fairway would be a very difficult shot, okay? So what you've got to think about here is those, not these cross bunkers here, not these ones just behind me that we can see. I mean, most of us can get over those unless we top it into them, yeah? But we've got to think about those next cross bunkers up the top there. We've got to go 170 yards to carry those cross bunkers there, which, believe it or not, is quite a big carry. I know you all think that you hit the golf ball 200 yards, 220 yards, which I'm sure you do, but how much of that is actually carry, yeah? So if you're unsure of your carry distances, you need to come and see me in the shop for a gapping session, because that will tell us exactly how far you do hit the golf ball through the air. But a lot of you don't carry the ball as far as you think you do. So actually 170 yards to carry those cross bunkers is a bit of a gamble. So we've got 3 options really, and it all depends on where the pin is. Let me turn the camera around and let me show you. So depending where the pin is, if the pin is over on the back left, then we can knock it long and right down towards the 7th, away from those cross bunkers down there. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. You can either aim for those bunkers up on the 8th fairway there, yeah? If the flag is on the left, that's not a bad option at all. Take those bunkers out of play. If the flag is in the middle, as it is today, middle front it is today, then we probably don't want to go too far right, because it will bring that right hand bunker, greenside bunker, into play. So here we got options. Now I would just get a 8-iron, 9-iron, and just knock it down to the bottom of the slope and leave myself about 90 yards, 100 yards into the green. We could go left of the bunkers if the flag was on the right hand side, but it does give those bushes on the left, it does bring those bushes on the left hand side into play. So when you're going for your second shot down the 6th, you've got to be thinking, number 1, can I carry this ball 170 yards? If there's any doubt there, don't even try it. It's a tough par 4. Most of you will get a shot or 2 on this, yeah? So think about it. Right, knock it down to the bottom or knock it long and right. You've got to avoid those cross bunkers, because again, as we always say, those 50, 60 yard bunker shots are so difficult. So avoid those if you definitely can. Right, let's go down and take a look at the 3rd shot and the shots into the green. So I've laid it down to the bottom of the hill, okay? Ideal shot straight up the green from 90 yards, off a slight upslope, so the ball always goes a little bit higher, but not quite so far off the upslope. We've just got to make sure we do transfer our weight onto our lead foot. Right, okay, red flag means the flag is at the front, and what we mustn't do on the 6th green, especially in the middle of summer, when the flag is at the front, we do not want to go past the pin, because that makes for a devilishly quick putt coming back down the green, and quite easy, and I've done it a few times before, to actually putt the ball off the green, degreen the putter. Yeah, okay? So think about that pin position. We don't generally want to go past the pin when we're on the 6th green, because the green slopes so severely from back to front, and when it's breezy and the greens are fast and quick, then yeah, that will leave a devilishly putt down the hill. Well, around the greens, you can see the bunkers have been started to work on. They've dug the bunkers out, both front left-hand bunkers. That's all about making them more accessible, getting in and out, not the ball, but yourselves. You can see the backs of the bunkers now are quite shallow. So once they're filled up with sand, there'll be a nice, easy walk in and out of the bunkers, but still quite difficult to play out from, as in there'll still be a bit of a lip on there, so you've got to hit it high to get out of it. But strategically wise, yeah, we've got it. If you're going to miss this green, you want to miss it short, because as soon as we go past the pin, especially with this pin position, this is a real awkward one. As soon as we go past the pin, it leaves a devilishly quick downhill putt. You can't quite see it on this green on the camera, but we all know the 6th green here can be a nightmare. So if you're going to miss this green, miss it short, and it leaves a nice straightforward chip or pitch back up the hill to the front pin position. But even if it's at the back, you know, be aware of leaving yourself the downhill putt, but certainly at the front, avoid the downhill putt at all costs. Right then, that's everything for this week. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my little snippet of the 6th hole there. Like I say, if you ever want any help with your strategy on the golf course, then let me know and come book yourself a playing lesson. Right, thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.